Parceros. Welcome to the Parceros Take, an environment of everything La Selección Colombia, Colombian culture, and Ron, finish it for me.
And your boy, Queiroz, no, Reinaldo Rueda.
Man, we're going to miss Katos, man. I'm going to miss Katos. But anyways, welcome everyone. This is El Parcero Dani. I'm with my boy, El Parcero Ron. You know what time it is. Let's talk. It's time to talk everything Copa America. Everything Copa America, man. Well, first of all, I don't even think we should be playing this. You know what I mean? But that's not near.
Yeah. I mean, we should definitely talk about the situation a bit. I mean, you don't play in Colombia because civil unrest, and then you don't play in Argentina because of COVID. But then you mix them two together, and you play in Brazil, right? So the Brazil Supreme Court, they said they voted 6 out of 11 that the Copa would take place. So here we are, and we gotta deal with the hand we're dealt. I think that's the saying. So
yeah. So as long as, like we mentioned on a previous episode, as long as there's soccer playing, we're gonna use that as a vehicle to attract and promote our brand, which is unity across unity and diversity here in the United States in the Spanish speaking audience.
Yep, I agree. So without further ado, let's get into some of the call-ups for Copa America. What surprised you the most?
I didn't think Jimmy was gonna get called up, in my opinion. I think that was as far as, well, of course, James not being called. I mean, right. I thought he wasn't gonna get the convocatoria for qualifiers, but he didn't get called up for Copa America. I think there's definitely something going on with James, and I think he's getting set straight. I think he'll eventually get called up, but that was surprising, man.
Yeah, I mean, we knew he was gonna get cut from the eliminatoria squad. I didn't think Reinaldo would go as far as to cutting him from the Copa America squad. Yeah, that's pretty big, man.
It's huge. That's pretty big. But as far from that, I mean, from what stands out the most, Jimmy Chara, I didn't think he would get called up. I personally thought the guy from America, Duan Vergara. America de Cali. Yeah, I thought he would get priority over Jimmy Chara just because, from what we've seen in Portland, it's taken him a while to get used to the MLS. He's ended this part of the first season very well. He's contributing over there in Portland, but is that enough to call him up?
Yeah, the thing is, Duan is in the middle of a transfer saga. They say Monterrey or Tigres is like the likely destination. So he hasn't been playing. Jimmy's been killing it in Portland, and he was one of the favorite substitutes for Beckerman to put him in and close the games out. So he has that experience with the national team. Duan doesn't as much, or doesn't at all.
Which is the reason why I would have rather you bring Duan, because it's a new face. Look, man, in my opinion, Copa America,
this team lacks experience. I mean, really, a lot of the players, like see Otero being called up, Daniel Munoz, some of these players haven't played for La Selección. You have a guy like Jimmy Chara who knows the ins and outs of La Selección Colombia, who can contribute off the field. And, he's a more experienced player, more mature. He knows how to manage the moments more than Duan, in my opinion.
I mean, I agree with you. But Duan hasn't gotten called up. You don't know that. I mean, we saw Lucho was one of those guys that didn't have experience, and I feel like he's showing us that he can compete with anybody in Portugal and in La Selección. But I do not disagree with you. Jimmy, when he was put in, I mean, it reminds me of back in eliminatorias when we were playing Paraguay, and he had he came in beautiful pass for Falcao. So yep. I agree. Yeah. I mean, I don't dislike that. It was just very surprising for me.
The thing is, like, I think Reinaldo is prioritizing play time in the clubs more than anything. I mean, you see, obviously with James, he wasn't getting much play time, wasn't called
I
up.
can see that.
The one Zapata or the one with Vergara.
Yeah. What about Davinson and Jerry?
What about him?
Prioritizing playing time. I mean,
I mean, who else are you gonna put in? Murillo?
I know, man. I'm playing. I just mess with you. I just give you a hard time, bro. I just give you a hard time. No, I mean, no, I agree. The reason why I said I would have rather see a player like Duan Vergara is because he's I feel like he's earned that call up, and I mean, for me personally, I think Copa America should be used as trial. Like, this is the time that you try new players, that you find those diamond in the roughs, that you find those Jerry Mina, those Davinsons that we did not know existed in our selección. Like the Mateos Uribes that now have grown and consolidated in the base of our starting 11. So I wish I would. I mean, there's still a couple more players that he called up that I think that hopefully Reynaldo Rueda. Yes, our goal is we have the firepower to win it, the firepower to win the Copa America. But at the same time, like, you gotta have he's got to have an initiative to find and mold our playing style.
Yeah,
find new players, find variantes.
I think the priority for the team, I don't think, is Copa America at the moment, because one, they didn't want to play in the first place, and I think just the fixture congestion is just a mess. So I think the priority is getting to Qatar and implementing that style of play we want to see in Qatar, and having those faces understand those new faces understand the system that Reynaldo was to implement.
I completely. Well, I mean, what good does it give you if we win la Copa America and we don't make it to Qatar? I mean,
no, and we win
Chile.
This Copa America, not any Copa America. This Copa America.
This Copa America, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, let's go through la convocatoria. So, Aldair Quintana del Nacional, Alfredo Morelos. If you want to stop by and talk, give your 2 cents on the players, you can, bro. Don't hesitate to stop me. Baldomero Perlaza, Atlético Nacional. Camilo Vargas, we've seen a lot, playing well in Mexico. Cuesta, he got Cuesta and Muñoz from Genk. David Ospina, Davison Sanchez, Zapata, Cardona, Cuellar, Hamilton, Leandro Campas. That was actually one of my points of what I was saying earlier. That is one of those players that I believe, like, he is probably one of our best, if not the best, player playing in the national level right now.
Yeah, I agree. To me, it blows my mind how Campas is still playing in Colombia. He should be at least Liga MX, Europe, MLS maybe. Like,
oh man, keep him. No, let's take him to
Mexico. Come on, bro. I'd rather see him here in MLS than in China, like Quintero. But that's
I mean, that's everybody. But no, I feel like this dude is he's the real deal. He offensively, he has vision. He can take over the game. He can score, and he could play box to box.
Felipe, shout out Felipe, he's in here. He said Twitter ain't live, but I just I put it up on live. I think we had technical difficulties. I was looking off the camera because I was looking where the button was to put it on Twitter, but here we are. We're live.
Shout out to Felipe. Shout out to Gonopegski.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homie. Shout out to Campas. No, but he should. Felipe, let us know when you want to come on, bro. Come through.
Campas, bro. Yeah, he's young, but he has that experience in he can play multiple positions. He can play on the wing, he can play in center. Mm-hmm. He's one of those creative players that we're missing since James and Quintero weren't called up.
He has a spark. He has that spark for sure. 1000%. Lukumi, also from Genk. On la convocatoria was Juan Otero, but as you guys, I don't know if you guys noticed, he did get tested positive for COVID, asymptomatic, but he got discredited from the the call up.
Yeah, that's a thing I was worried about for this Copa America. Before the Euros, Spain had a breakout of COVID, so I was scared something similar would happen here in Copa America. But yeah, it's sad to see Otero not in the call-ups. A lot of people, were talking shit about it, but I mean, he's a champion of Santa Laguna. He's been playing well. So
he played well in France. He played well in France when he was there, and then Amiens.
He got injured. Yeah, he got injured. I think he tore his ACL.
Something like that. Yeah. So he was playing well. He's playing well in Santos. I like that convocatoria as well. It's one of Reinaldo Rueda's guys, so he knows how he plays, and I was looking forward to seeing him play. Hopefully, he does better. Hope he gets better and comes back strong. We got Cuadrado.
Wait, one thing on the Otero. If Otero's not coming, then who do you bring?
Vergara. If we
Vergara?
can. Yeah, if we can.
Or James?
I mean, dude, I'll take James. I'll take James any day. Honestly, like especially like hay que sentarlo. Ya lo sentaron. You know what I mean? They kind of called him out. You know, if you can bring James, I'll bring him any day.
Yeah.
But you know, Otero, they were gonna play him more as a winger, so I will put Duan Vergara.
Yeah, I agree. I think Duan is that direct replacement who replicates the same skill set that Otero has. So
let's keep on going en la convocatoria. Cuadrado, Lucho Díaz, Muriel, Mateus, Borja, which now you can't even, for the people that didn't want to bring Borja, which there are a lot of haters, he shut them up quick. Oscar Murillo de Pachuca, Borré, Sebastián Pérez, which I'm very intrigued to see him play. I haven't seen him play in a while. It was a big man for Peckerman in the eliminatorias from 2014. So I look forward.
Did you hear about the rumor for Borré?
No, talk to me.
Came out today. Inter
Milan.
What? Milan.
Okay, good, man.
Not Inter Miami.
No, they didn't got no money. Hey, bro, you scared me though. Hey, I
bro.
Believe it though.
Inter's gonna be playing in Champions League. They're gonna be, trying to defend their title in the Serie A and Coppa Italia. So I think he'd be a good depth signing for them. And he'd get good minutes there too.
Yeah, I think that'll be a great fit for him. He has that Italian playing style. He's just a racehorse, bro. He doesn't stop. La máquina. Stefan Medina, which I like. Tecillo, Barrios, Jairo, Jerry Mina, Jimmy Chara, which in my opinion, Jimmy Chara was that surprise. But like we said earlier, I like Jimmy. I think he's proved he can contribute off the bench, and we'll see. We'll see if they get him playing time.
When was the last time? You're up a little bit.
What's up?
When was the last time that an MLS player was picked for the Colombian national team? You know?
Nah, talk to me.
Farid Mondragon when he played for the Philadelphia Union, 2014 World Cup.
Damn.
Crazy fact, right?
Bro. I like that, bro. Look at you. That's pretty good. So with this convocatoria, what's something that sticks out, man, about Reinaldo Rueda and what he's bringing to the table differently than maybe Gatos? And I'm sorry to put you in the spot, and I guess I could answer that question myself. And I think he's bringing players that are multi-purpose. When you talk about Medina, Cuadrado, Jairo, Daniel Muñoz, these are players that can play multiple positions. And I really, especially for Copa America.
Queiroz called up the same players though, so I don't think that's much of a difference.
I see what you mean, but I don't know. I think Reinaldo.
I think the complete opposite, honestly, because I think Reinaldo is looking for players that fit his system so specifically.
No, yeah.
That so not necessarily multifunctional. I think like Cuellar, Jimmy Chara, who else?
No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
He's not calling up players like Alzate, who hasn't had a great. He's playing in the best league in the world, in the Premier League, but he's not at a great level, not playing consistently, not being a difference maker on the field. I think he's prioritizing play style or play time.
No, I mean, one doesn't. Of course, and that's the reason why he brought Otero. That he was bringing Otero because he believes it fits his system. But at the same time, he has that. He is bringing players that has that multifacet that can play multiple positions, which in my opinion, is very important in this COVID times, and also Copa America. Injuries, anything could happen. It's a tournament. It's a whole different ball game than eliminatorias.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah.
With that, but we haven't really spoke about it, and he has. I don't think he gets a national, the national kind of spotlight. But I really like Jairo Moreno.
He's solid, but I mean, he's not a superstar, but he's a player that can
contribute. But he's playing in the middle. In León, he plays on the wing, and on as a left back. So I low key, I kind of want to see some of Jairo Moreno on the left. We've seen what Tecillo could bring. We think he lacks a little bit. We lack a little bit more attacking on the left side, coming out from that side compared to Stefan on the right or Cuadrado on the right. So I kind of want to see Jairo on the left, and hopefully Reinaldo tries him out.
Would you have? Instead of Otero, would you call up Mojica or Fabra, seeing that we don't have much an attacking threat on the left side?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Fabra could play anywhere on that left wing. If you want to just go up and play attacking, I will pick Fabra over Mojica, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's having he's playing consistently in Boca, so I think he's a more likely pick for Ronaldo if he prioritizes that. Yeah. Shout out to Art by G4. I think his name is Brian. Connected. Saludos, parcero. Stefan Lozano. Campas. We talked about Campas. He can be that difference maker. We're excited to see him on the field.
It. Yeah. They gotta play him. He, like we said earlier, we believe he's probably like the best player playing nationally. But yeah, let's foresee. Let's go to our fixtures, man. We play Ecuador. We play Ecuador this Sunday. Then we go on to hold on, man. I got lost. Hold on.
Venezuela,
Peru, and Brazil. I mean, I feel this Ecuador game we gotta win. Number one,
yeah. I PTSD, bro. Like, man, we gotta win, man. It still hurts.
I'm gonna be drinking hella beers on Sunday, like for real, because like I'm nervous, but it's a must win because of that. We gotta change the mindset that happened. We gotta make sure that it's like, yo, that wasn't us. I don't know why that happened. I think the players with Queiroz, blame it on Queiroz, whatever. But we gotta go out and dominate against Ecuador.
Yeah, I agree. I think more than the result, I think it's just how we come out, and if we concede earlier, if we concede at all, if the players can come back like against Argentina, seeing that the result from Ecuador in 6-1 was so recent, it's gonna be really interesting.
It is, and they're a good team.
I mean, and talking about that, yeah, they're young. Moises Caicedo's back in the lineup. He didn't play the first game. He played the second game in this last 2 games Ecuador had. He's a tremendous player. Moises, Angel Mena, very experienced. We've said it before in the past episodes. They have a good combination of young players and experienced players. So they're dangerous and they're serious.
They're dangerous on the wings, man. They're a fast team. They're slowly clicking, even when Guado will be on deck, man. I said beers to keep it like, I mean, I gotta work the next day. I gotta work Monday. But man, we're probably gonna be taking Guado for win or lose, man. We're gonna be nervous. No, they're a fast team. Even in their losses in the qualifiers, even when they lost against Peru and Brazil. I mean, they had Brazil they had them Brazil. The goalie made some saves, and I think the Brazil wasn't even playing that well. It was more like I think it's like how Brazilians are, man. They have that mindset. If they get 1, they'll score 3. You know, they get one chance, they'll score 3, and that's what happened. They scored one, boom, scored another. They're crazy, man.
It was the scoreline was engañoso.
Muy engañoso.
Because Ecuador controlled really well the moments at times, and they made Brazil not comfortable. So they're a serious team, like we said. 6-1 is in the past. Hopefully, the players can go past that, have a different mindset. I think they will, just because of the game against Argentina, how we conceded early.
Yeah.
We talked about this last night too in the last Parceros Take, how we came in at 2-0 locker room, halftime, came out and then scored 2 goals, and I think we would see that under Queiroz.
I agree, and I just hope that Reinaldo doesn't go out and try to reinvent something like he tried to do against Argentina, right? I hope he just keeps it simple. We'll have time. Well, this is the time to kind of try new things, but this first game, I think, is very crucial. You know, if he's going to try something out, just wait, you know, wait it out, you know, little by little. But this first game, go out 4-4-2, start with the usual, start with, you know, Duan and Muriel up top, Mateus. I feel like Mateus is incondicional in the middle, just from defensive and also offensive. You see he pushes up, you see he runs up, he crashes the box. ¿Qué dice Felipe? Solo palabras. Man. So Roya, no inventes, for real. I mean, he said that? He said, I haven't listened to Palabras Mayores recently. But yeah, it's essentially like, he's messing me up, man. He be cracking me up. Shout out to Felipe. But yeah, essentially, yeah, no inventen. Let's keep it simple. If anything, like I said, maybe that Tecillo for Jairo. I would like to see Jairo to see if he brings out more of an offensive side on the left side. Stefan Medina, I would try out. Actually, I would sit down. Here's the thing: I will probably sit down. No. I will go out with Lucho, Mateus, Cuellar, or Barrios, Cuadrado on the right. And then in the back, same Stefan Medina, Davinson, Jerry, Jairo.
So pretty much the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not broken, and then you don't fix it. Looking at some of our other opponents, we play Venezuela, who we've already played before. I think they've gotten a little bit better since we last played them. I think they've gotten more comfortable to Jorge Peseiro, the Portuguese coach's playing style. Salomon Rondon is out. Jose Martinez is expected to start up top. So,
which we noticed he still has that killer instinct. They anularon el gol contra Uruguay
for a handball, but I mean, he's a killer in the box. And even outside, he has that mid-range shot too. That's kind of underrated. So, I mean, I don't expect a loss against Venezuela or a tie. I think Colombia, just with the sheer firepower they have, I think it's going to be an easy result to see through.
I think Felipe is saying that Camateo se lo comieron during the Argentina game,
first half?
In the first half, man, se comieron a todos. Cuellar to me was off compared to the first game. Lerma, let's not even talk about it.
Lerma played?
Huh? Exactly, man. So you can't even say that it was just Mateos. I thought Mateos did well. At least came back strong in the second half.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll go more in depth in Venezuela in the next Parceros Take. But then after that, we have Peru and Brazil. To go to the next stage, what was it? Only one team in each group doesn't go through?
Yeah. So there are 2 groups of 5, and 4 from each group pass to the quarterfinals. So chances are on our side to see it through. But I mean, like we said, I don't really prioritize winning Copa America, just because like Copa America shouldn't be played, 1, and then 2, I think it's more about implementing Reinaldo's style before the next eliminatorias, next qualifying matches, saying to the World Cup.
I completely agree. But with that being said, we better go through.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to see, and then also to win, and then also qualify.
At least qualify to the next round. And then, is anyone replacing Otero? I haven't seen anything about them replacing Otero. I would believe that Reinaldo would send somebody over And like I mentioned earlier, I hope it's Vergara. I think he needs to be called up. It will be like direct replacement, player for player for Otero.
I would also like to see Roger, but Roger is in the middle of a scandal in America. Same with Villa.
Benedetti.
Yeah, Benedetti, Villa. So Brazil and Peru. Brazil's the only team we haven't played in eliminatorias out of the opponents we're playing. So I don't expect to win against Brazil, seeing that they're playing at home. So.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. Brazil, man, those guys. I mean, they have Firmino on the bench, bro. Like Firmino is like the last resort. They have Gabigol and.
Yeah, I don't think Johnny's talking about you. I think he's talking about me, bro. Where's it?
Oh yeah. I mean, 1,000%.
Shout out to Tecillo. Tecillo came out from the Portis. And Jimmy Chara, no, Diego Chara, not Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy.
But
no, who do you like from other teams?
Brazil, I think they're the favorites.
Yeah.
But I mean, player-wise, I mean, there are a lot of good players playing Copa America. I mean, Peru's got Paulo Guerrero, obviously. I think it's going to be his last major tournament. I don't know if he's going to play the World Cup because he's going to be 39 by then. Or if he makes the World Cup, so it might be his last major tournament. So if I have
to tell you top three, if you have to pick three teams that you think would win, what do you guys think?
What do you think? Three. I think Brazil's got to be number one.
I think in these type of tournaments, Uruguay is always in. I think they're very strong right now.
Uruguay?
Brazil, huh?
Uruguay's struggling, bro.
Uruguay is strong, man. I think
they haven't scored a goal in 270 minutes.
But when it comes to Copa America, and I hate it because Felipe always copies me. Brazil, Uruguay, and Colombia. That's what I was gonna say too. But when it comes to Copa America, the tournament is totally different than. I mean, look, you can literally tie and work your way to a final in this tournament, essentially.
Yeah, I think their play style, the defensive in a tournament style of whatever competition favors their play style because they sit back. I mean, the last few games they've been playing 5 in the back with 3 defensive midfielders or 3 holding midfielders. So I mean, a good defense wins championship. So
yeah, so that's why I think, in my opinion, Brazil, Uruguay, and if for some reason something clicks, Colombia. Why? Because even though we're still missing that, we're still not 100% there as far on our creative side. We're still having chances. We're still putting people in the box. We're still crashing the box. And so far, we're capitalizing in the box.
No, and I think we're looking better than, comparatively, we're looking better than most teams playing Copa America. I mean, really, I only see Brazil playing better and maybe Argentina. But Argentina, if we would have came out how we ended the game, I think we would have gotten the win there. So there aren't many teams playing better than Colombia. But I'm like, I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, so. I agree. No, I agree. Cavani and Suarez, like Felipe said, man, they're on fire, man.
No, they're not. They haven't scored in 270 minutes.
Yes, yes.
You can't say they're on fire. They are not on fire.
In their respective clubs, you're gonna tell me these guys aren't on fire?
They are, but club doesn't translate necessarily to selección because
I 1,000% agree.
How Atletico plays is completely different from how Uruguay plays, and Uruguay has not been playing well, though their defense is stacked.
Their defense is stacked, man. But so you didn't tell me your top 3, bro. Or, hey, how come? Yeah, everyone following, make sure you subscribe, follow, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. Felipe says just sit and watch, Ron. But what's your take, man? What's your top 3?
No, Felipe cannot tell me Cavani and Suarez are on fire, bro. Uruguay hasn't scored a goal in 270 minutes, bro. Maybe in the Copa America they will, but you can't say right now they're on fire because they're not. Anyways, my 3 favorites are
Felipe, just come on the show, bro. You might as well come on the show.
Brazil, Argentina, and I want to say Colombia, but I say that very hesitantly because there's a big drop off between the first 2.
All right, and if you have to pick a dark horse, who would it be?
I would say Colombia.
You think we're still considered dark horse right now?
Yeah, because we haven't won a tournament in 20 years.
That's true. But
so, I mean, Suarez and Cavani, they have one in they won in 2011, right? Copa America in Argentina.
Yeah. Honestly, I think dark horse might be Ecuador.
Who?
Ecuador.
What about him? Oh, dark horse.
I think that might be
dark
horse.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Even though I hope we beat them and then they become the dark horse after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, parceros, thanks for joining us. Felipe, thanks for joining us on the comments. Make sure let us know if you want to come through, bro. So you can talk to Ron and fight with Ron. This is
or anyone else, really. I mean,
yeah,
if anyone wants to come on the show and talk for a little bit. Johnny, thanks for connecting. Stefan and Brian as well. So thanks for everyone that's connected too.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Make sure you subscribe, follow. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about. We'll be back after the Ecuador game. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned. This is El Parcero Dani.
Parcero Ron.
And you already know what time it is, you boys. Take it easy.